Stockfish is a traditional fish preparation in the southern Italy region of Calabria. It's made of dried salted cod, which is left in water for 2 days, after which can be prepared in a variety of delicious ways and used for starters, for pasta dishes, grilled, and so on. Stockfish used to be food for poor farmers and laborers of the countryside, given its cheap price and high nutrients. But with time has become a local specialty, and many gourmet restaurants specialize today in the preparation of this dish in southern Italy.
So in one of these traditional restaurants you can have stockfish as a starter, as a main course, and as a second course. And we're gonna try a little bit of everything. We're gonna start with a beautiful spread of starters, and even if this is not stockfish, we've got some salty cheese with chili jam.
The cheese is cut in cubes, it has a delicate bouncy texture, and it's kinda salty, contrasting so nicely with the homemade sweet chili jam.
The next thing we've got is like some stockfish salad, cold stockfish with some oregano and olive oil and possibly a little bit vinegar on the top, and there is tomatoes, sun-dried tomatoes. Okay, we'll have a try of this with the sun-dried tomatoes.
This one is one of my favorites. The stockfish slices are cold, with a touch of vinegar and the oregano aroma. Really nice.
This is the famous fried stockfish with caramelized onion. This is amazing.
Again, another beautiful combo. Crunchy golden bits of stockfish paired with sweet and tangy caramelized onions.
Another beautiful thing is the frittella of stockfish. So this is like a fritter with stockfish inside. It looks super crispy.
It's very difficult to stop at one with this. Crispy on the outside. The filling includes potatoes, but it's not a creamy type of filling. Continuing with the starters, we got some sort of fish cakes, topped with basil and breadcrumbs. It took me a while to figure out what's inside.
Boiled potatoes, tomatoes.
Decent, but probably my least favorite among the starters.
So we are still at the starter, and what's arriving is basically stockfish soup, like tomato soup with beans. The flavors in this one are incredible.
Whoever made this soup is a star. It's thick and tomatoey and infused with the scent of dried cod, but also perfectly spicy and ideal for some fresh bread scooping action. Here in Calabria, whether it's for lunch or dinner, completing a meal without pasta just doesn't feel right.
And this is one of the highlights of the evening, the famous pasta with stockfish and guanciale. Guanciale is like some kind of lardon, incredible tomato sauce. It looks like so thick, the chunky piece of stockfish in there. Can't even start to explain the smells that I'm getting. The smells of preserved fish, of stockfish, but also of tangy tomato.
Guanciale.
And the guanciale, the lardon. The guanciale is the same thing that we use for the carbonara. What we're gonna do now is put some grated cheese on the top. Brought to the table the kind of special instrument to make the grated cheese. Basically, we're gonna have some grated ricotta over the pasta. Okay, this is my time to shine now. Look at this beautiful pasta. I'm gonna use a spoon, obviously, as I usually do. Yeah, this on the top is smoked ricotta cheese. It's not like simple ricotta cheese. And there we go. This pasta is beautiful. It's like whole grain pasta, and it's thick, and it's got like a nice texture, like a little bit chewy. It's cooked al dente. The savoriness, the flavors of the preserved fish, and together mixed with the smoked ricotta cheese, the tangy tomato. This is really incredible. The pieces of lardons in there, providing this kind of fattiness and meaty flavor. It's like if you think about it, it's a fish pasta, but coupled with guanciale, it kind of becomes a hybrid.
Yeah, extremely delicious and definitely worth the scarpetta at the end.
Everything in southern Italy proceeds through this kind of order. So the starters, the first course, which is usually a pasta, and the second course is either a protein, it's usually meat or fish, and we're gonna have roasted stockfish with cherry tomatoes. Beautiful char on the top, and the flakiness of this thing is just amazing. I think, roasting the stockfish kind of brings up the flavor as well to another level. And the cherry tomatoes provide this kind of a little bit of sweetness. There's not a lot in terms of seasoning, it's just a little bit of olive oil and oregano, that's pretty much it.
We are about to reach the end of this wonderful meal, but the service is now treating us with some delicious after dinners.
To every table they bring two types of liqueurs, homemade. One is mandarin, and I think this could be like liquorice or something. And I love the shape of these small bottles, typical kind of bottle shape that we use here in Calabria to fill with water essentially. This region of southern Italy, people don't really buy bottle of water, like they just go to a local fountain and they fill this kind of bottles, and it's the same shape. So I'm gonna try the mandarin orange one. It's potent. I think we got at least like 30 degrees of alcohol in this thing. The flavor of the mandarin orange, which is again very typical of this region, like mandarin orange is the most common fruit tree both in Calabria and in Sicily.
And it's finally time to try some local desserts.
The typical ice cream that you're gonna have, which again is from this region, is called tartufo.
Tartufo is a bowl-shaped gelato covered in cocoa, usually with two flavors inside, such as chocolate and vanilla. The second dangerous dessert was vanilla slices filled with pastry cream and Nutella. My friend, thanks for accompanying me in this beautiful part of southern Italy. Give it a like if you wish, and don't forget to check the rest of the playlist which I've linked here.